reached MBT Sky's Daily Love Reading channel, and so we are looking at the him and her, whoever they are for today, right? So let's see what the focus is. I'm going to use an oracle for the focus today. I haven't really got to use this one much. Alrighty. So up the cord. There's a disconnect going on here energetically. It's coming down in reverse. Yeah, no, I don't really like reverses, but I'm letting you see that it came down in reverse. It's letting us know that there's a disconnect that's taking place, or it may possibly be a disconnect. This is something that's going to take a working together within a relationship at the end of the day. You got this 30, I break it down to 3, I like numbers. So it may be in 3 different areas for some within a relationship. But this is like the card in the deck is called Initiation. So pay attention, him and her. Whee, look at that everywhere. So who is this? Alright, so you know him comes down first. 2 of them came down. The King of Wands came down in reverse, and the 6 of Cups came down in reverse. There is this fire energy that comes down with this masculine energy. Maybe a relationship that's already been established for a long period of time, and that's cool. But the disconnect, how it originally came down. So remember that this may be a separation. Even though I like to read upright, because if it's going to be that, it's going to come down in the ethers when it needs to, right? So you talk about this double fire energy, and you talked about a masculine that's in a relationship and has been in a relationship for quite some time, or has been attached to this feminine principle for quite some time since they was younger, and that's all fine and well, right? So let's look and see what the feminine principle is. The feminine principle is talking about. She already threw down 3 cards, so we're going to just give her hers right here. And so look at that. This Justice card comes down, this Broken Heart comes down, and this Ace of Pentacles comes down. So, you know, this is a feminine principle that is asking and needs balance and wants balance. It has dealt with broken hearts and dealt with all kinds of things in the physical reality. This is what she should be asking for. This feminine is probably a Libra. This masculine is probably a fire sign that we're speaking about. But outside of that, this is a discussion of justice for a heart, a broken heart, or, you know, of being brokenhearted. And, you know, a lot of it is about the material or the physical aspects of reality within their relationship. If you look, this is something that she may be looking back on in reference to this masculine, which kind of makes her, you know, focus her energy elsewhere. So let's see what's going on behind the situation. So you have this 9 of Pentacles. So this, you know, this 9 of Pentacles, this feminine principle was already established, or was always established, even in the past, or even as a child, or even as younger, always established, always into making, you know, things work in the physical reality. Very good at manifesting into the physical reality, and has been backed by that energy. And this is something that he does know about her, and they may reconnect again if they are not together. This is why, you know, these are things that he think about and he looks back on. Literally, this King of Wands is looking back on the 6 of Cups. He's looking back on the help and assistance and the friends and the old connections, or an old love relationship that he was in, or, you know, how long that relationship has been established, and what's come with it. Whereas this feminine principle within a relationship, or if they are, him and her are separated, it's talking about justice and the requirement of balance for a broken heart and all of the things that she's experienced. So right now, she's in this straightforward energy and is probably investing a lot of time in creating and building in the physical reality how she feels fit. The broken heart motivates this energy for her. So let's see what else is going on in the foundation of it. The 9 of Wands, kind of feeling guarded. And then this moon energy, the unknown, being emotional, tapping into that water energy, right? This is a discussion of this particular female within this particular relationship. When her scales are thrown off, you throw her into heartbreak and frustration, that energy gets redirected somewhere else, and she's able to create in a physical reality. And she taps into her emotions to try to stabilize them that way, and there's nothing wrong with it. This is actually a good way to deal with a situation, especially if this feminine principle is the air sign. Now, when you're dealing with him, he still holds on to past things and issues and thinks about the past and the connection and all of the good that came with it and the fertility and building and growth. And the thought is, should it be guarded? Should it be protected? Is it a battle? Is it a fight? Is it a constant fight going on? So let's see what this cord is talking about. Because when you talk about the cord, you're talking about like your etheric cord. You're talking about spiritual. You're talking about your chakras. You're talking about your natural connections. So let's see where and what the natural connection is going to talk about right now. And if you pay attention, this feminine principle that comes in an air sign in her major, she comes down with two aspects in the majors. So there's a lot about her emotionally when it comes to family and stuff like that. But it's also a requirement for balance. But she finagles back and forth between her emotions and her physical reality. This particular female is able to create and manifest by channeling all of her pain and energies, and emotions into something and creating something awesome. And she's always gifted. She's always going to be gifted. Now, the past is her heartbreak. Her future is what she's going to create based off of that. His past is, this is who he had and this is what she came with. And his future is, what can he create and how stable can he be in his actions without holding on to past things. So now let's see what's going on with him and her in this cord situation going on. Oops. I might throw another card over in a second. Oh, the Emperor. This is a fire sign. This is the Ace of Swords. That's air signs. This is the Queen of Cups. So first off, when you pay attention to this, you got this fire energy. The Emperor. This is a possessive, can be very over-possessive, overpowering type of energy. When you're dealing with this Queen of Cups energy, this is the emotional aspect, which is matching over here with the feminine energy at the baseline of her energy today. These people are not communicating with each other right now, and that's where the disconnect with the cord came out, and that's why I came in reverse. They're not interacting right now, and if they are interacting, it's at a minimum right now. So for the masculines and feminines that understand what's going on, this little disconnect that you're experiencing, there's emotional disconnect, and then there's a over possessiveness. This is all going behind this feminine principle, and this is something that one has to pay attention to. The only way this is going to work is if they're going to turn these cards around and face each other and really have an open discussion and real communication. Because when you put her in her emotions, she jumps back into focusing on the things that broke her heart, that the pain and the aggravation, all of the things that she had to go through, and it brings her back into this, I'm not going to let you throw the balance, she won't let you throw the scales off kind of energy, and that brings her into, how do I tap into this pain or this emotional energy, and this is where the creativity and creation comes in the physical reality, and that's just her natural way of kind of dealing with the situation. This over possessiveness, overpowering energy, this is a need to kind of be stable in action for the masculine energy, who's most likely a fire sign right now. There may be a little tad bit of regret with the masculine, but that's okay too. It's all experience, it's all feelings, that kind of thing. So let's see what else is going on here. What's over that? So spells and enchantments. So I'm using an oracle that's the Crystal Ball Insight. Listen, y'all, check this out. Let's look at relationships in the spiritual realm, because this is what we're looking at, and we're talking about spells and enchantment. So there may be some masculines out here in a relationship that's been spiritually or dealing with situations within a relationship where there may be some spiritual manipulation and some spell work being done that should not be done. It's not right, because we have a natural connection, and let the natural connection be. Now it's showing that this crystal ball is a discussion of insight and looking into things deeper from a different perspective. seeing things in a way that another cannot. What this crystal ball is saying here is that either this feminine is going in and asking to have work done, asking to figure out where the relationship is going to go, how the relationship is going to go, how to maintain the relationship, how to make the masculine stay in place, how to get these things to work. And this would happen if she cannot figure out how to maintain her scales. Spiritually, there's nothing wrong with going to get oneself cleaned up, to get a reading. You look into what's going on in your reality. At the end of the day, there's a feminine principle. Either she's doing spell work that's outside of this particular relationship, and this feminine energy understands that, and she's looking into it spiritually. I don't see where this is a discussion of insight. This is not a discussion of this air energy manipulating the energy, but this is like looking for more information and insight. So it's like, if it's not physical, if it's not the communication, if it's not the emotions, then we have to go look into the ethers, right? That's the discussion. And what this masculine is not understanding here is the enchantment. All right, and there can also be a masculine using spells on a feminine principle. So this can go either way, and this is where this cord is. And when you're dealing with a possessive energy like this Emperor energy, like, oh, he wants what he wants, and that's that. And if he has to go to these extents and these levels to have the feminine principle that he wants, it's very likely that this King of Wands communication right now. That's why the cord originally came down in reverse. And I keep saying to y'all, I'm going just start letting the reversals come down. I don't know, I just don't like reversals because the story gets told either way. But anyway, let's see what else is coming. I'll throw one more down. So, the womb. The womb has been a topic. The womb has been a topic. Somewhere in this particular situation, the womb of literal spoken chanting, spell work against somebody's ability to have children, against the health of the womb, and that's never okay at the end of the day. Pay attention to vibration and energy. This would be a good time for him and her. If you are experiencing a hard time having children together, if you're experiencing communication problems, if you're dig into your spiritual aspects as a group, as a relationship together, whether y'all do not agree with, whether y'all come from two different systems or not, to kind of balance out the vibration so that the relationship can stay together. And that's just how I see that. And this comes in at 8. This is that Mars energy, that warish energy. This could also even be a masculine doing it. But at the end of the day, this is a good time. It's a good time to do that. And when combating this type of energy, it's like, be open and willing to look at things from different perspectives. Even if you are associated with a particular spiritual system or a particular way of thinking, be open and look at things from different perspectives, because there's people outside of a particular relationship right now that sees things from a different perspective and want to play with the energy from a different perspective, and that's not nice. And that's not nice. And this is really for a lot of the masculines and the feminines that's in a relationship that's dealing with a whole lot of conflicts on top of complications, maybe bearing children. Pay attention. This masculine is definitely either dealing with spell work, or spell work is being done on him, and this feminine principle here is looking into it and wants to understand what's going on here. This is a very interesting situation between this masculine and feminine. Let's see what type of, where's the spell work coming from, because this is very interesting. So you have an earth sign, this Knight of Pentacles. This is, when you're dealing with the knights, you're dealing with like a Virgo energy. Once again, this is air, earth energy. So he may be doing spell work in that area, or this is the area where spell work is being done. That's a Mercury energy, so pay attention to that. And let's see what's the insight for her. What is she looking to understand here? This air sign energy here. The Ten of Pentacles. So the insight is this.